Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to corporate accounting class. Students, today we are going to study with the new chapter, that is valuation of shares. So far, already we have studied the valuation of goodwill, then how to value the shares. Okay. So here, especially the valuation of shares, it involves say two methods for the valuation of the equity share is concerned. So first method is that the net asset method, and the second method is that the yield method. So under the first method, net asset method, so how to calculate the value of goodwill? So here the value of share, okay, so it is given by the formula. So that is value of share is equal to net assets available to equity shareholders. So divided by number of equity shares. So this is the simple formula for calculation of value of equity share under net assets method. So here the information pertaining to say number of equity shares. So that you will get in the balance sheet itself. But how to calculate that the net assets available to equity shareholders? So here value of net assets available, that is available to equity shareholders. Okay. So here also it is calculated in the following ways. So first here you require to take that the total assets at market value or realizable value. So total assets here, it includes both tangible and intangible assets. So that point you have to remember. So what are the different types of assets that you have to take for the calculation of the say total asset is concerned, especially under this method. Here you have to take both tangible and intangible assets. So I will list here the exampled assets: goodwill, then land and building, then plant and machinery, investments, sundry debtors, cash at bank. Okay, so these are the examples. So total here you will get the at one side the total of all the tangible and intangible assets, and from this total you are going to deduct, that is outside liabilities and preference share capital. So it includes, one is sundry creditor, it is one liability, then provision for taxation, then debentures, term loans, then preference share capital, including, that is arrears and proposed preference dividend. So this total you are going to deduct from the total assets. So after deducting, so what balance it remains? Okay, so that is net assets available to equity shareholders. So here the way is very simple, and based on this method, now we'll take the problem, that is the following is the balance sheet of X company limited, that is as on 31st December 2014, and they have given you the balance sheet. So assets includes goodwill 50,000, other fixed assets 4,40,000, current assets 2 lakh, preliminary expenses 10,000. Then liabilities include equity share capital. So there 40,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 4 lakh. Then reserves 1 lakh 50,000. Then 10% debentures 50,000. Sundry creditors 1 lakh. Yes. Then the next information is other information. So there the information, the adjustment. The other fixed assets are valued at 4 lakh. Then the goodwill of the company is independently valued at rupees 40,000. Then third one is there was a contingent liability of rupees 10,000, which has now become payable by the company. Calculate the value of equity share under net asset method. So here, as already told you that here under the uh, net asset method, the required thing is that here the formula required is value of equity share is equal to net assets available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. Then how to calculate the net assets available to equity shareholders? So first we will calculate the net assets available to equity shareholders. So first one is, that is, calculation calculation of net assets net assets available available to equity shareholders. Yes, here particulars, then amount in rupees. Amount in rupees. Yes, one by one we'll take all the items. Total assets. Total assets. Under total assets, we are going to take first one is intangible asset, that is goodwill. So for goodwill, here we have to take the say value given in the adjustment, that is 40,000. Okay, not it is given in the balance sheet, that is 50,000. So it is 40,000, goodwill 40,000. Next one is other fixed assets. Other fixed assets. Other fixed assets. So here in the adjustment it is given, say 4 lakh. 4 lakh. Next one is current assets. Current assets here 2 lakh. Next, preliminary expenses. It is not the asset, it is a fictitious asset and it will not be considered. Then total. Total is, so 6 lakh 40,000. 6 lakh 40,000. It is the total of assets. Minus outside liabilities. Outside liabilities. So there one is 10% debentures. 10% debentures 50,000. 50,000. Next, creditors. Creditors 1 lakh. Creditors 1 lakh. Next, one more adjustment you have to take, that is contingent liability. Contingent liability. Contingent liability 10,000. So totally 1,60,000, and deduct it, you will get 4,80,000. 4,80,000. So that is net assets available. Net assets available to equity shareholders. Equity shareholders. Yes, now we have calculated the one requirement of the formula, that is net assets available to equity shareholders. Now, value of equity share under net asset method. So, value of equity share is here, that is net assets available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. Number of equity shares. So here net assets available to equity shareholders is 4,80,000 divided by number of equity shares. So that is given here in the share capital. So 40,000. So 4,80,000 divided by 40,000. So rupees 12 per share. 12 per share is the value of equity share. So students, this is the one simple say uh, problem we have solved, that is under the net assets method, and with some more problem we'll come back in the next coming classes. Thank you.